Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we today talked about the results of the Republican primary in the state of said Nevada. It was technically a caucus. So, basically, but however, the caucus is a huge win for Donald Trump. Not really. I mean, he was really not up against anyone except for Ryan Binkley. Ryan Binkley doesn't have a chance. So really, I don't think this gives us much morale, but what we have been talking about mainly today is about Biden's age. And apparently, Joe Biden is apparently just the situation with Joe Biden is much worse than what we think and what we think it is. A lot of people, the media likes to think, oh, this is just a Ronald Reagan sort of guy, an 81-year-old guy cracking jokes. No, in fact, he acts like he's on crack, and that's what he is. But I have to say, be completely honest here with you all. But I feel horrible. I feel remorseful for him because you all might not notice it, but I notice a lot of stuff that Joe Biden he is doing. He doesn't can't help it. Does that mean this excuses him for everything he's done? No, because Joe Biden's a human being. He has to owe accountability to all the things. So that's why I think, yes, to a point, he needs to have some sort of punishment and be some sort of prosecuted for having these classified documents in his private property. So, but when you look, it's even darker. If you look closer and closer, you'll notice that the government is kind of telling Joe Biden what to believe and not to believe, and this is true because this guy has the intelligence of a 10-year-old. Not even so, a 6-year-old now. He is doesn't even know when his son died. He doesn't even know when he was vice president. He is basically proving himself, and the special counsel saying, "Oh, this guy is uh incapable to being prosecuted. He doesn't know what he's being prosecuted for. He obviously can't remember." Well, obviously, let's be honest right now. Then why is he president right now? Why can't we just remove him? And that's the question. But if he is happening to be removed, now I'll tell you guys, Joe Biden's situation is going to get worse. Joe Biden is going through a mental decline. He is declining. He's going to die someday. And I'm going to tell you, if Joe Biden is elected 4 more years in the White House, he is going to die. He is going to die in office. And then we're going to have a silly Kamala Harris running the White House. So think about that. I'm honestly surprised that Joe Biden made it to 4 years in office. But now we are seeing that we're seeing that Joe Biden is sick. He is lost. I'm not saying he should go to a hospice care, but he needs to retire. He needs to retire. He is out of fit. This is politics. This guy should be retiring. It's not that often where you see an 81-year-old still working. But in this scenario, Joe Biden's been removed. It's Trump versus Harris. So that's what this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do my own scenario. In this case, Joe Biden has been removed, I believe, by the Fifth Amendment. He is too old and unable to serve office. That said, the said duty will Vice President Kamala Harris has now become president of the United States. Things aren't looking good for her. And her running mate, what should her running mate? That will be the vice president and her successor. That will be your I'll leave you that up to decide. But basically, I want this to be contest. U.S. election. No. All right. I guess this is fine. It's fine. All right. Biden is not a third candidate. So we're going to get started. This is not going to be an election night, unfortunately, but this is what I think it's probably going to look like. So obviously, we're going to have the first district for Kamala. Second district, all of Maine. Maine will be tossed up. As for New Hampshire, that's going to be tossed up for now. Kamala Harris will carry, obviously, the deep blue states. Trump is going to have a good call in carrying the swing states here. One thing I'm also having is Virginia go to Trump. That is because polling, according to polls, Virginia is tilting blue for Joe Biden. If it's tilting blue for Joe Biden, it must be tilting for it should be ready to go red for Donald Trump. So we're gonna have that go for Trump. Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Mississippi. The two are annoying. Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota is going to be, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea about Minnesota. Yes, we're going to have all the congressional districts in said Nebraska go red. Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. We joining in next is New Mexico. I think we'll go for Kamala. Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, California. And next we have is Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, and of course Alaska. All right, so what we have next, the two states we have left is Minnesota and Maine. You would think Maine would go blue. You know what? I think in this case it would. Minnesota has its Twin Cities. I think it's just it's too not very dense at all. Population centered in one area. That one area is very blue. So I think personally this would go to Harris. So yes, this is my prediction on said 2024. Harris versus Trump. This is not involving polls between Harris versus Trump. Just to let you know, this is just my own opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me. Trump projected to win 326 electoral votes in the Electoral College. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one.